Alexander, if you want to give it off.
Andoni, this is the first ever league double over Arsenal for AFC Bournemouth. You must be over the moon.
Yes, obviously. These wins in these stadiums against these opponents is always an extra, no? Apart from the 3 points, but it's true that in this moment of the season, is even more. They are more welcome, no? We've used this before the game with the players. We didn't get any point. We never get any point here, basically, not even one. So it was definitely a good moment to have the first win.
And you must be particularly proud of the manner in which you did it, coming from behind, obviously trailing at half time, and getting those two to win in the second half.
Yes, I was quite pleased with the performance in the first half. I think we had a very good first 15 minutes, very good last 15 minutes of the first half. Arsenal had their one spell in the middle that they used to make the difference, but I was quite happy with the performance. We were having the ball a good amount of time, and we were having not a lot, but some clear chances, both from Evanilson. And in the second half, I think we've pushed a little bit more. We've also used very well set plays. This time, sometimes we lose points because of this. This time, the throw in the corner, I think, are key things. No, that in these high-level games, they have to go to your way, and I'm also happy for this. Yes.
You said a couple of weeks ago that you felt you hadn't been getting the rewards from set pieces that perhaps you deserved, but obviously it's come up trumps today. Was that an area that obviously in the reverse fixture scored a corner against Arsenal?
Yes, we've had, I think, quite clear chances lately. Remember the Palace, the Dean chance, quite good options from set plays. But it's true that last games we haven't scored any, no. And in these moments of the season, every detail, the first long throw we scored this season, Antoine, very long throw, and are things that have arrived today, and definitely a good moment.
And the 3 changes into the starting 11, Iraola starting, perhaps a bit of a surprise. What was the thinking behind those 3 changes?
Araujo, I think he has been training well. Obviously, he's coming from a surgery, from a muscle injury, but we needed his speed, because Martinelli is one of the fastest players probably for the league, no, and is always a threat in behind. And I think Julian has controlled quite well that situation. It was probably not easy to leave Antoine out, because he was coming, I think, from good games, but I felt that we needed something from the bench in the second half, and we needed the work from Taff, from Dango, from Justin there behind Evanilson, and it has worked. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Are you a fan of VAR now? It didn't rule out the goal.
Yeah, I think they were checking offside, no? First, they were checking offside, and I checked. I said, "Oh, I think it's not offside. I've seen the play; it's not offside." And then passes, and then 2 minutes, and then no, checking handball. I said, "No handball." And luckily for us, it wasn't. We were even asking, no? They were grabbing Evanilson, but this time they haven't overturned anything.
Does it feel a bit like justice because VAR didn't intervene last week and overturn the red card against Evanilson?
No, we've definitely, if you've seen our games, it's not justice. We've been, the stats, we've been, without the VAR, I don't have the standings, but I would like to know where we will be without the VAR, yes.
I just asked about the set pieces. You said they were both planned, and the long throw is something from the history of English football. We don't see it much now, but you obviously think it's valuable.
I think we have 2 players, no, that can have this kind of long throw. Is Antoine and James Hill. We've conceded this season against Brentford and against Ipswich, and we haven't scored, but it's something that is uncomfortable to defend. You cannot do a lot, and when you concede this kind of goals, it's like, you don't like, no, when they do it, and we've tried to encourage, especially Antoine, no, to use his long throw in, and we don't have a very tall team, but it's true that we have Dean that is obviously a good aerial threat and has helped us today, yes.
You've beaten teams this season at grounds like St James's Park, Old Trafford, and now here at the Emirates. How do you think your team has been able to deliver these fantastic performances against tough away environments?
I think it's something that we've improved this season. In the summer, I remember we were talking, no, that probably we didn't get the results against top teams that we should get past season, and this season has happened the opposite. I think are points that probably you don't expect, and it's a big plus, no, especially in this moment of the season that we are really close to the end. It doesn't get easier for us. We play Villa next, we play Man City next, so we need to get points from difficult places, and today we did it.
Okay. Andoni, before this game, Arsenal had dropped 18 points from winning positions. So when you go in at half-time and you're a goal down, when you know that Arsenal are sometimes frailer from those winning positions, does that give you encouragement into the second half that you can turn the scoreline around?
No, I think Arsenal is, I said it a lot of times, the best defensive side of the league. Without the ball are the best. You know, you don't get a lot of chances against Arsenal normally. You can see the numbers of everything, the goals conceded, the chances conceded. It's difficult. That's why the 2-3 chances you have, I was regretting, the two for Evan Nilsson, the header, the one who tries to chip Raya, he had, I think, Justin quite open. And I was thinking, it's difficult to get this kind of 2-3 chances so clear, no? But I think now has been by set plays, but I think Arsenal are very good. They continue being very good. They are doing an amazing season, and I hope also Wednesday they go ahead.
And you said lucky for you on the VAR this time around. Have you had a chance to see it back yet? Because the replays do seem to show that the ball might hit Evan Nilsson's arm.
I haven't seen it. No, I've checked straight away quickly to check because they were checking the offside. I seen it. I say it's not offside. I was already because I didn't celebrate. Now I don't celebrate goals. I wait. But it's true that after I would check, it doesn't look offside. But this time the VAR, obviously there was not clear evidence. We were also complaining that they were grabbing Evan Nilsson just in case, but we haven't seen it replayed.
Just one here and here.
Andoni, did you talk to the players this week about Bournemouth's record at Arsenal to try and motivate them to get that first point?
No, this week I talked before the game today because I didn't know it. I've sometimes trying to see the news, not trying to guess the lineup of Arsenal or trying to guess something. You see and say, well, we've never get a point, and we talked before, but I don't think it has been nothing. Sometimes we talk about these things, but no, definitely the reason for anything.
So you mentioned it in the team.
Yes.
Also, did you expect Mikel to make a few more changes?
I was hoping he made a few more changes, but it's true that we have not been lucky, I think, because United, between the two games of the European semi-final, I think they put the strongest 11 against us the other day. We missed in the 96 minutes 2 points, and today has happened very similar. No, sometimes you expect. I knew that they were going to go strong, maybe, I don't know, 2-3 changes, but it's true that they've gone really strong, yes.
Last one up here.
Yeah, Andoni, I have a question for you. You lost against Arsenal, I think, 4-0, one of your first games at Bournemouth. Now you win at the Emirates. I mean, does that epitomize how far your club has come in like less than 2 years?
Yes, I've said I said it past season. Past season, I think the team that was better than us in both games was Arsenal. I think we lost here 3-0. We were a little bit better here, especially second half. We were close. We scored a disallowed goal. But especially first game we played there, they were much better than us. And I think we've not reduced the gap. We've been, I don't know, we've scored set plays, things that you need against these teams because you are not going to have a lot of chances and have gone to our way this season. But for me, it's if not the most difficult place to come, the second most difficult is a very difficult team to face even now that we've won.
Is one of your proudest moments as a Bournemouth manager?
I don't know. We've had good wins with Bournemouth, with Rayo. I think we've had good wins, but it's definitely something that you will not forget because to win this kind of a stadium is not easy. I think it's the second game they lose all the season in the Premier League here, no? So it's very difficult.
And the final one, then we'll.
That was Evan Nilsson. I believe he's gone into double figures in the league this season. I think that takes him to 10 goals, 12 goals overall. That's some return for him coming in this season and also missing a few games through injury.
Yes, Eva has been very good since the beginning. At the beginning, he was playing very well. He was probably not scoring the goals, but we were very happy with him. No, he's someone who today also we've used him in the link-up play, playing a little bit lower than other days. No, and he's good there covering for the ball, finding the wingers after. He was also, I think, regretting the couple of chances he's had in the first half. No, because especially the one who tries to chip, the header was maybe more difficult. But if he plays well is what we ask. If he scores, much better, but for me the key is that he helps us without the ball, in the movement behind the defenders, and I think he's doing well.
Perfect. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andoni. Well done.